Hey team, this is what do you call it? April 22nd, Your Mortgage Minute. I wanted to go over quite a bit today, so I apologize if this is over than a minute. But we're seeing the market react to the ceasefire headlines, and for now, that's helping mortgage rates keep somewhat stable mortgage rates. The bond market wants to believe tensions are cooling, and that's what's giving us a little bit of relief. But let's keep it real. The situation is far from resolved. We've already seen continued attacks and instability, and we are, in my opinion, this feels more like a pause than a true resolution. There's a very real chance that we're heading back into escalation, not away from it. And here's what happens, and here's what you get to understand. War drives up oil demand higher. Higher oil, inflation pressure. Inflation keeps the Fed restrictive, and this keeps mortgage rates elevated. But it doesn't stop there. We're also looking at food inflation risk. A lot of the fertilizer production globally is tied to the region's impact by conflict, and the supply chains tightened. So fertilizer goes up, farming costs goes up, food prices follow. So now what you got is energy inflation, food inflation, and potentially hitting at the same time. My 12-month outlook, if this conflict escalates, the way it's trending is inflation stays sticky and moves higher, rates cuts to get delayed, mortgage rates likely to stay in the 6 to 7% range, and volatility spikes. Short-term improvements like what we're seeing now will be temporary windows, not long-term periods. What this means for you is that this is not a wait for perfect rates market. This is a take advantage of when the market gives you an opportunity market. Because if inflation reaccelerates, we're not talking about better rates. We're talking about worse ones again. So right now we're seeing a cross your fingers window, but I wouldn't bet on it lasting. Let's get some deals done. Let's get them in before we see these higher rates happen. Now, just because higher rates come in typically means that there's somebody that's going to benefit from that, and that's typically the buyer. The seller doesn't really have a great position in this type of market because they are going to have lower demand for buyers, even though the supply is still low and the demand is still high for homes, and that's why valuations haven't subsided. We are seeing that this is an opportunity for buyers to get into the right house. It might not be the greatest interest rate, but definitely don't wait before it becomes a worse interest rate. And that is your Mortgage Minute. Please feel free to meet us at San Pedro on Fridays for Funnel Fridays this Friday. Want everyone to know that our sales meeting has been postponed to online Zoom for next Thursday. We're going to now have a Zoom meeting on Thursdays. So check us out there. And then we always have Power Prospecting on Mondays where we provide leads and you can get those sales reps in so that way you can be a stronger realtor, know your market, and able to pitch anyone. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Please reach out to me for any loan scenarios, anything you'd like to go over. One thing I do want to go over and see is that we can save your deals. If a property comes in lower than the value that it if a property appraises at a lower value, that is an opinion of one appraiser. We have a bank right now who uses different approaches for valuation to get the values that we are requesting a lot of the times. So if you have something falling out because of the value, let us know. It's very possible we can get that job done. So I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Think of me for any loans as a second option, and hopefully one day will be your first. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.